the quiet Scottish countryside, just outside the town of Dumbarton, there's a bridge that looks like something out of an old fairy tale. The Overtoun Bridge, built in the 1890s from weathered gray stone, arches gracefully over a deep ravine covered in thick green foliage. Ivy clings to its sides, and the air is usually calm, broken only by the sound of leaves rustling and the distant trickle of water far below. At first glance, it feels peaceful, almost romantic, like the perfect place for an afternoon walk. But for decades, the people who live nearby have whispered a warning that chills the blood. Do not bring your dog here unless you are ready to lose it. Since the 1950s, something strange has been happening on this bridge. Perfectly healthy, happy dogs that were running and wagging their tails just moments before suddenly leap off the same side of the bridge at almost exactly the same spot and plunge into the ravine below. Some die instantly on the rocks. Others are injured beyond saving. Stranger still, dogs that survive have been known to scramble back up and try to jump again, as if something is calling them to their death. No one knows exactly how many animals have been lost here. Some say over 600. Others believe the number is much higher, lost in years of unrecorded tragedies. The jumps almost always happen in good weather, never in heavy rain. Most of them occur between the final two parapets on the right-hand side of the bridge, heading toward the old Overtoun house. Scientists have studied the site, trying to understand why. One explanation suggests that the smell of mink or rodents in the thick undergrowth below might attract the dogs. But critics argue this theory cannot explain why the leaps always happen in the same place, in the same direction, and why some dogs seem completely entranced before jumping. Others believe it might be caused by strange acoustic effects, subtle echoes and sound waves bouncing off the stonework in ways that confuse a dog's senses. Another theory suggests the bridge's height and slope distort the animal's depth perception, making the drop appear as solid ground. But among the locals, the explanation is far darker. They say Overtoun is a thin place, a spot where the veil between the living and the dead is at its weakest. Here, they say, strange things can cross over, and animals can sense what we cannot. Some believe the dogs see something or someone standing in the middle of the bridge, beckoning them forward. To human eyes, the bridge looks empty, but to the animals, it might be crowded. The bridge has claimed not only animals, but also human victims. In 1994, a man named Kevin Moy threw his infant son from the bridge, later claiming he believed the child was the Antichrist. He then tried to take his own life by jumping. He survived, but the horror of his act cemented the bridge's reputation as a place of evil. Those who have been there tell unsettling stories. A woman walking her golden retriever on a bright summer day recalled how the dog suddenly froze, then lunged forward toward the parapet with such force she feared he would choke himself on the leash. His eyes were wide and fixed, locked on something she could not see. If she had not been holding him tightly, she was sure he would have jumped. A man visiting from Glasgow was not so fortunate. His collie mix, running off leash, bolted straight to the infamous spot and leapt without hesitation. By the time the man climbed down into the ravine, it was too late. Despite repeated warnings, the bridge has become a grim attraction. Tourists come to see the place for themselves, some even bringing their dogs as if to challenge the legend. Warning signs now stand at each end of the bridge, urging people to keep their pets on a leash. Yet each year, more dogs leap, and no one can explain why. Many visitors report feeling strange sensations when they stand in the notorious spot. Some describe a tingling on their skin, as if from static electricity. Others say the air feels heavier, or that the world around them goes unusually quiet. A few claim to have seen a woman in white standing silently on the bridge, only for her to vanish without a sound. Whether you believe in ghosts or think it is all superstition, the fact remains, animals keep dying here. The Overtoun Bridge is more than stone and mortar. It is a place where tragedy repeats itself, where beauty hides something that will not let go of its victims. You can cross it on a sunny afternoon, admire the view, and feel nothing. Or you can find yourself frozen in place, a shiver running down your spine, as if something unseen is watching you. And if you bring your dog, you must pray it does not hear the call, because once it does, you might never see it alive again.